Hello and welcome everyone. I'm a squared gamer, and we are back with another day of Crusader Kings 3. It's gonna be a short stream today, so let's get right into it. I tried keeping the air conditioner on overnight in my streaming room. It did not help. Let's lower the volume on this. Yeah, we're in the middle of a heat wave here in the US. And so it's really just trying to put up with the heat, trying to survive it. Keep hydrated, everybody. So I remember last night when I ended stream, we had just created a scheme. Yes, so this one needs agents. Prabhavati, Thubten, Ananta, Sunang. Okay. So Ananta will be the thief. And then Prabhavati. Oh, this one's a 0. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. Prabhavati and Thubten. That's still 3 months. So if I remove Prabhavati, still 3 months. Wozer. Yep, 3 months. Okay. And then the outcast only needs 15, so let's try and find someone not in my court. You guys know the drill by now. Okay, 3 months we'll be able to execute this scheme. 9 days. Oh no, we have to wait until this one gets to 95%. Right now it's at 13. So it's a waiting game for these schemes. My mercenaries expire in 2 months. How's this war going? It's not going well. Are they even my allies anymore? I should... Yeah, the other guy died, so we're not allies anymore. So you know what? I've helped as much as I can, I think. Ooh, I can usurp it now. But now I don't have the money. Oh, I do have the money. Okay. My chiefdom now. Pungse will get it. So I have the Petty Kingdom of Konyi and the Petty Kingdom of Nima. I have both. And then if I look at my succession, this guy only gets these 2. Why does Pungse get 3 though? Oh, he gets the 2 counties within Nima because he's getting the Petty Kingdom title. Okay. She needs to have a child. It's unfortunate that she's sick, but they've been married for a while now. They got married when she was 16. And they still don't have any children. They definitely need children. Okay, so I need more land because I have way too many children. The more land I have, the more I can get to my children. And then they can fight it out amongst themselves in the future. Therefore, can I withdraw from this war? I don't think I can. But what I can do is detach my army, bring them back to my land, and then I'm declaring war on U. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna pay for a hook. Meanwhile, this scheme has 10 advantages and it's at 95%. So who am I murdering? Oh, this guy has a claim on one of my artifacts. So execute him with confidence. And he's dead. A woman snuck into his room and stabbed him in his bed. And I lose stress from that because I am crazy. My mercenary contract expired as well. Someone's trying to kill Ting Same. That's not good. My agents have made contact. Oh, this is about this fabricating a hook scheme. My agents have made contact with Hyundagmo, that's her, a servant in my acquaintance Gyapo Tride Yumten's castle, and that's him who we're trying to fabricate a hook. With the right incentive, she's willing to start some whispers about the Gyapo not being nearly as elegant as he seems. I need some water. Ooh. Getting dehydrated up here. Okay, so we will ruin his reputation, 15 gold, and the scheme gains tarnished reputation, which we don't really need, or a sympathetic ear close to him is enough. Oh, that one will cost us one advantage, so no, we will ruin his reputation instead for the 15 gold, which is unfortunate. I exposed that. Oh, Shatis actually murdered her. And it was exposed as soon as she did it. Okay, let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. The simplest solution is often the best. Why worry with all this intrigue and manipulation when I can simply... Okay, so I threatened him into giving me a hook, which gives me dread. Can I use this hook to like buy land off of him instead of having to declare war? No, but what I think I can do, apparently I cannot declare war while my army is raised. So let's go here. Is there a disband all button? Oh, they have to be far away enough from this battle for me to disband them, I think. A village center constructed in Zibde. Oh, yes. Who is this, though? All of my older children are married already. Okay. What does my console look like? So be it. There was a white piece. So disband all. Zappa's first teething at 6 years old. With my leave, my son Zappa and his wet nurse parade into my chamber. Datadevi poses like a herald and proclaims, "My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Zappa has a mighty gift to offer you." She nudges him forward. "Go ahead, Zappa, tell him." "Father, I lost a tooth." My son proudly presents his toothless smile, handing me a pouch with the fallen tooth inside. Okay, so I can tell him to keep it as a good luck charm. Or I give him 5 gold. Or I don't have time for this. That's just being a bad dad. I mean, do I want his tooth? No, even if it stresses me out because I'm ambitious. I don't know why that would... That's so hot I can't even get my words out right. I don't know why not taking my child's tooth would hurt my ambitious desires, but it will. But I'm still gonna do it. Troubling translation. As I step over the threshold to my personal physician Nayana Devi's office, I find her bent deeply over a book. "This translation of Herophilus is atrocious," she says with a sigh. "If I were to follow these instructions, I am as likely to cure my patient as I am to kill them outright." Let me have a look. Learning challenge, 100% chance I succeed. Her learning increases by 2, and I gain 300 learning lifestyle experience. Or I buy a better translation, which is the worst option in every way. Although she does gain 10 experience in novice physician. Yeah, let's go with this. Let me have a look. Ooh, I just got this hook on this guy, so let's demand payment. Oh no, wait! I was gonna use that hook for the war. My hook on this person's expiring. She has no money, so I can't do anything about that. Not exchanging hostages. If I declare war on U, they have allies. I don't have the numbers. Okay, if I declare war on Guge. I don't have the numbers for this either. How about on Guge? Oh, I can subjugate him. I don't even need a holy war, which means no one else will get involved. This is good. He becomes my vassal. A lot of people become my vassal. He's got 1,500 from allies. I need more water. Okay, if he has 1,500 from allies, that means he has 1,000 from himself. But I have allies as well. I think I should focus on... I'm going to lose Nima and Seinza. I don't think I can declare a war. I don't have the numbers. What's my military looking like? Is there any way to improve? There really isn't. I could hire more mercenaries, but that would require more money. You know what? If succession is gonna mean that I lose these lands, then I might as well just give them away right now. Pungsa is gonna get Shenza and Nima. So I'll give those to him right now. Grant to Pungse. He'll become independent. No, I don't want him to become independent. I just want him to run these two lands for now. So grant that title. And now he becomes my vassal. She's no longer my court chronicler because she was his wife. So she went with him. Okay, that is that. And then if I look at succession, Pungse will get the petty kingdom of Nima. Mutik has Sang. Or he doesn't have Sang, but he's married to the ruler of Tsang. And so their children should have Tsang. And then what's Timinrong? Timinrong gets Garko. No, so what I need to do is I need to take over Kagar and then give it to Mutik. That's what needs to happen. Ooh, I have a truce. Yeah, so I will subjugate her as soon as the truce expires. But when does the truce expire? I don't know when that happens. So for now, I need to focus on my Marshal, and now because my military is no longer raised, he can focus on control. Let's have him focus on Garko. That'll take 14 months. Okay, I reset that for nothing, I guess. But now I'm getting some gold from taxes, and that's good. Punks is not paying anything to me at the moment. He should soon enough. Gangni over here. Has he had children? Sons, I should say. Has he had any sons? She's not pregnant yet. He's 46. They have 2 daughters. They need a son. Otherwise, when he dies, this city will go to someone else. Okay. I already killed him, so he can be unpinned. She's 15, so let's see if we can arrange a marriage for her. Is Punse not already married? He is. But now that he's in charge, he can have multiple spouses. For now, though, let's focus on Tamzing and find him a beautiful spouse. Because he's beautiful, and so 2 beautiful people should have some beautiful children. Honorable lackey, diligent, generous, and chaste. So because he's chaste, that's a less likely chance of having children. So I would like to hook him up with someone lustful, which gives you a more likely chance to have children. However, lustful and chaste people hate each other. And so that does not work. I definitely don't want him to be with another chaste person, even though 2 chaste people like each other. But they would never have children if I hook up 2 chaste people. And the whole point is to have a bunch of beautiful children running around my court. He is diligent and generous, so hopefully we can find someone who has those traits in common. There's only 4 people and none of them have anything in common with him. However, I don't want this zealous person of another faith who's already 43. And the youngest, who's 24, who has the highest chance to have children for the longest time, she's chaste. So do I risk it, having 2 chaste people? I think I do. As long as they can have 1 child, that'll be enough. Then I can just force a lustful person upon their child. So I will have them get married. And the child is guaranteed to be beautiful. I will not pay for hooks. And the marriage went through. Excellent. I am not exchanging hostages. I am not going to subjugate Guge because I only get 1 subjugation war per lifetime. And I have decided to subjugate Kagar. Unfortunately, we currently have a truce, so I cannot declare war. But as soon as this truce ends, I will subjugate her. And then I will give that land to Mutik so that he doesn't inherit Kozahoma. He'll inherit Kagar instead. And because he is the husband of the leader of Sang, the kingdom of Sang will then inherit Kagar when I die. And that's how that will work. At which point, I'll only have to worry about Timinran getting Garko. That's the only thing I'll have to worry about. Hopefully they can have some children soon, so their children will inherit song. For now, though, it's mostly a waiting game. I'm not exchanging hostages. Let's make some money while we wait. Do any of these people have money? So that I can fabricate a hook and take that money for myself. I was drinking some more water. I have to keep hydrated in this heat. So he has 119, so he has more than enough for me to blackmail. Why does it keep saying I have one message? So his wife is the High Chieftain, right? No, his wife is the High Chieftain's Marshal, and he is the High Chieftain's Chancellor and Master of the Hunt. So the Chancellor married the Marshal. And now I can have the Spy Master get involved in this scheme. And his wife refuses. Yeah, that console is a mess. So now that went down to 2 months per phase. And then the footpad will be Vijaya. And now it's 37 days per phase. The thief can be Ananta. And I'm at 83%. So I only need 15. Let's find someone not of my court. This lady again. She usually is the one who is my outcast, and that's 95%. So now we can do one more. Ooh, 158. And I know I've never done anything to her. Moderate. It's probably because she's so far away. So her own Khan? But what's a Khan? I guess it's a lower vassal. Because she's a Khanum. So the Khan would be like her, like she's a duke and he's a count, something like that, or she's a king and he's a duke, something like that. Either way, her spy master and her vassal were both willing to be my infiltrator and my footpad. So this guy, the spy master, will be the infiltrator. The footpad will be her Khan. It's at 3 months, so if I remove the spy master and have anyone else be there, put Prabhavati there, it goes down to 2 months. So I think the spy master cannot be involved. This happens sometimes with spy masters. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but if I include a spy master, the phase will go up. So it's at 2 months right now. If I have the spy master be the thief, now I went up to 3 months. Yeah, so we cannot use her spy master, even though he's willing to be used. Instead, we could use her marshal. She's a 28 thief. Is she a better outcast? She is not. So she will be the thief. And now we need 22 from the outcast. We only used one of my courtiers, so we can use another one if we need to. I'm not going to use her spy master. I already decided that. We need 22. Yep, so it's going to have to be a member of my court. We will use Shati's. She's used to being the outcast. There you go. A month for this, 2 for this. It's so hot. And then we will make some money. How's my console looking? Okay, we have this scheme able to be executed. Seize the moment. We spread rumors and then defend him from those rumors. Cost us 100 piety, but we got a strong hook from him. That's nice. Let's demand the payment, and then in 5 years, I'll see you again for another payment. And now... why do I have a hook on you? I think I wanted to marry you. To one of my children. But that's not available to me. And what about you? Oh, you're my daughter. So the hook I have on you is because I'm the house head. I'm not demanding payment for that. I am making some renown now, though, because now I have a few people in positions of power. One king by marriage. That's the king. That's the son I married to the ruler of Tsang. I have a duke. I think that's me. I'm the duke. And then I also get some just for being myself. If they do not have another child anytime soon, what I can do is have someone marry their daughters and then hope their daughters have some children. That's all the way down here. Can I even interact with this person? Somehow I can, but that would be hard. I don't want to do that. Let's try the King of Pala, the Maharaja of Pala. 5 months. His spy master would be willing to get involved. His cupbearer. His marshal. Okay, so his marshal can be the footpad. That's down to 3 months. And then if I use his spy master, will it give me that thing it does? Or will it actually go down? Oh, it actually went down 51 days per phase. For thief, I have my player heir and his cupbearer. For outcast, I have my player heir and his steward and seneschal and his cupbearer. So let's let the cupbearer be the outcast. Actually, no. The cupbearer will be the thief. That gets me to 70. And then The steward will be my outcast. That'll get me to 97, but it's capped at 95. And that does it for that. Now we wait again. My hook on this person expired. I can hold the mystical communion. Let's begin in peace. Cost me 100 piety. Let me raise the speed on my fan. Okay, I will unpause. Something went wrong again. But I did gain 4 more experience in Wise Man. But I keep getting sick even though it gives me 300 learning lifestyle and divine guidance for 5 years. So I keep taking that trade-off. I got a new learning perk from that experience. This scheme became available, but we'll do that in a second. For now, it's time for treatment. The grim smell of bubbling tinctures and mashed salves assaults my senses as I make my way through to my physician Nayana Devi's workroom. She looks up from an unction that she is preparing. The time has come, my lord. I know of several ways to treat your cold. If I may be so bold, I would like to recommend an alternative treatment. But the choice is yours, and yours alone, she grimaces. It will not be pleasant. I was thinking about maybe trying something new because of my wise man trait, but if I had 0 stress, I probably would have tried it. But for now, do no more than what is necessary. A little brighter. When she entered my chambers, she was followed by an air most foul. The stench's origin was a jar in her hands, a mixture of cow's dung and herbs for your poultice, my lord. When Nayana Devi proceeded to smear it on my chest, I almost retched. In the end, the poultice turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Excellent work. I'm not sure if that's what I would say about having poop smeared on my chest, but you know, some people would pay for that sort of thing. Let's get my perk. Iron Constitution gives me a massive health boost. I don't really need the fertility at the moment. Carefree reduces my stress. So let's take the massive health boost. We need to live as long as possible. Iron Constitution. And then we just need to go down this side so that we can get healthy, a medium health boost, and a whole of body. Another medium health boost. Okay, so now that we did both of those things, we have our perk available to us. I mean, not our perk, our scheme. So let's seize the moment. We threatened her again. That raises our dread. She lost 30 opinion of me because I threatened her. And now I can demand 50 gold from her. There you go. And my vassal has 50 as well. But I want to use that hook to force her to marry one of my children. It's not happening though. Maybe one of my grandchildren? Either way, we got 164 gold again. So time to get some more gold. Who's next? Maybe Guyi? The queen has 95. Her spy master can be the infiltrator or the footpad. Let's have her be the infiltrator. Then the footpad can be Dorji. 58 days per phase, and then the thief. Her high libationer and her personal physician. High libation, I think it's a holy position only because she's wearing monk's robes. So yeah, let's have her be the thief. And then the outcast. I only need 18. I keep yawning with it because now I have the fan blowing air in my face. I only need 18. Unfortunately, everyone who's available is of my court. Her steward has 15. That would get me up to 92%. You know what? Let's take it. And now we move time again. Diki's first steps. How old is Diki? He's 4. Oh, she's 4. She's not being trained yet. She needs... I'll do that in a second, but she needs a diplomat educator. I hear a commotion from my granddaughter Diki's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse Tatadevi is playing with Diki. My liege, perfect timing. Diki just took her first step, she shouts excitedly. Holding my girl's hands, she tries to walk her around the room. A giant step for a child, a small step for a ruler. What else can she do? Well, I don't have time for this. I think I like what else can she do. Even if she gets 25 stress, what do I care about that? I'm not though getting stressed out. So let's go with what else can she do? Oh, let me pause. Because she needs a diplomat educator. Charming does do diplomacy. Right? Base 5 diplomacy. That is tremendously good. That's why she's focusing on it. So let's have her be educated by... I think I'm the best diplomat teacher, but am I available? Let's have Malugi do it. And now let's look at all the other children in my court. We have a couple. This kid is 5 and hasn't done anything yet. His dad is fecund. Unfortunately, he did not inherit that. He's pensive, which is good for stewardship or learning. Base 2, base 2, base 1 stewardship. So that's actually bad. Base 2, base 3 learning. So that's his best. So he will have a learning focus. And will be taught by whoever has the highest learning. Nayana Devi. So he will be taught by my personal physician, who is a wise woman. Next child. I saw there were 2 more. Yes, my grandson down here and my courtier up here. So he is charming, diplomacy and intrigue. Base 1, base 1, base 1, base 2, base 2, base 1. So he will focus on intrigue and will be taught, not by me. I need to save my teaching spots for my grandchildren. So he will instead be taught. Sering has the higher intrigue stat, but Vijaya has 7 more learning and only 1 fewer intrigue. So Vijaya is the better intrigue teacher. Shatis is the same stats as Vijaya. So that's interesting. Okay, so it'll be Vijaya. And is there any other child left in my court? Bonpo is my grandson, but he's delicate. I would rather not focus on him. He's rowdy, which is martial and intrigue. However, delicate gives you a -2 prowess. And so base 1, base 1, base 1, base 1, base 1. He's a base 1 in everything. He was a base 2 in prowess, but that gets cancelled out by delicate. So let's have him focus on intrigue. And although he is my grandson, because he's delicate, I'm not going to focus on teaching him. I will leave him to Vijaya. He likes me more because he's a guardian of my relative. And I believe that was the last of the children. Yes, these two haven't developed a personality yet, so one more year, and at 3 years old they'll develop one, and then I can decide what to teach them. Ooh, I lost my spot as the culture head. Oh, he has 4 counties now. Where is he? He's over here. He has 4 Sumpa counties now. His learning is only 10, however, so what that tells me is that you need to die. So let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. We threatened him for a hook, and he gave it to us. And now I will demand payment from you. But first, let's murder this guy so that I become the cultural head again. And let's demand payment from the guy we just blackmailed. Wow, we can get 65 gold from him. Because he's a Maharaja, so you know what? Oh, it's a strong hook as well. So I'll see you in 5 years if I'm still around. You probably will be. But I don't know about me. Either way, what that tells me is I should keep going after Maharajas. So this guy will be next. Oh no, wait, I'm murdering this guy first. You're next. Let me put a pin on you. Okay. Now for the agents. Prabhavati Shatis. So Shatis will be the footpad. Prabhavati the infiltrator. Actually, I don't need her. Because the minimum that a phase can be is 10 days. So I only need 23 days. Let's use this person. 21 days, but there's really not much of a difference between 10 days per phase and 12 days per phase. Especially since I only need 1 phase. Now for the assassins. My champion is a 36 there. Oh, it's the same role, so it's the same people. My champion will be there, and then I only need 14 from the second assassin. His chancellor. No, not his chancellor. Someone else's chancellor. Is willing to get involved here. There you go. In 12 days, he will be dead. Hopefully. There's still a 5% chance of failure. Yes, I need to be the cultural head because my learning is 23. And so this would be discovered. See, it'll take him 17 years. It only took me, last time I checked, it was only going to take me 13. And last time I checked was a while ago. So we need me. Our culture needs me. So let's seize the moment on murdering this guy. Dangerous journeys. It didn't take much really, just a gang of desperate bandits greedy for silver and an engineered opportunity for them to strike. But the results have been outstanding. The melee caught his defenders completely off guard, allowing one of the cutthroats to get the bastard right through the eye. Unfortunately, no matter how much I protest, unsubstantiated accusations from all quarters point straight to me as the mind behind the incident. What scurrilous allegations. So I gained the trait murder. Finally, it took a while. I think this is like the 20th guy I kill. And scurrilous, by the way, is like preposterous, ridiculous. So it definitely wasn't me, but no one believes me. And now I'm a murderer. While I'm sick and infirmed is when they finally got me. Which makes sense because, you know, I'm losing a step. But yeah, that was my 17th kill. So he's dead. I'm not paying for hooks. But did I become the cultural head? Oh no. The new Duke of that land became the cultural head. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to break up this duchy. The Duchy of Nagorno. Or convert one of my counties, which will take me 6 years. However, what is this guy's learning? It's only 6. Oh yeah, he's even worse. So he needs to die. Whew, let's see here. Vijaya will be the footpad. 43 days per phase. Prabhavati can be the infiltrator. 17 days per phase. And now the 2 assassins. One will be my champion. No. One will be his religious leader. And now I need 16 from the other assassin. So since I already used both of my courtiers in phase length slots, let's try and find 16 or more from someone else's court, not mine. Oh, this steward here is willing to do it, so he can be the second assassin. I'm not at 95 yet though. 17 days per phase. Oh, this one will execute in 15. Oh, she's my rival now because I murdered someone close to her. Ooh, I killed her dad. I murdered someone close to him, so he's a rival. A feud broke out between our houses, so now she's a rival. I gained a bunch of rivals, so I guess rather than fabricating hooks, I'm about to go on a murdering spree. Okay, so right as I was going to execute that, my daughter Nima gave birth to a daughter. We will go with the first name that repeats. I think Jampa repeated. I know Kunzang repeated. So you will be Kunzang. May you grow strong and wise. Ooh, a genius. Because she's intelligent, and is her father also? Yes, he is. He's also intelligent. That's why I married them to each other. Some time has gone on, so have the two-year-olds developed personalities yet? Nope, they're not 3 yet. Now let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. Okay, so we put her in a situation where some vicious bandits are about to attack her, and then we go and rescue her. Unfortunately, this is bad because we have to pay the bandits 50 gold. And then she pays us 50 gold for the hook, and so we basically just wasted a bunch of time and did all that for nothing. But yeah, now it's time to kill some rivals. I'm already killing 19-year-old Duke Sonam. 16-year-old Countess here also needs to die. I'm gonna tear this duchy apart. See, it was their bad luck that they found out I'm the one who killed their father, I think. Okay, so their spy master is willing to be the infiltrator. So from 2 months, that should go down 19 days. And then the footpad can be anyone as long as they have 9. So let's go with someone not from my court. This chancellor from this other court would be good. But let's see if I can find someone from her court. If not, it will be him. And as I say this, I noticed this guy, but then he needs to be convinced. I only need 9. I wasn't able to find it. Okay, so we will go with this steward from another foreign nation. He will be the footpad. 10 days per phase, because that's the minimum. Now we need 2 assassins. My champion will be 1. He's the only member of my court currently involved. And now I need 14 from someone else. Hopefully not from my court. You guys know the drill by now. Ooh, she made it just on the cutoff. 14. That's at 92, but in 10 days when we get the next phase, it should go up to 95. 3 days for this phase, so we're about to murder a whole bunch of people. Like I said, we're on a murdering spree. So first you, the Duke, the new Duke, a cask of wine. So I poisoned his wine and he died. We've seen this before. Unfortunately, someone somewhere. Oh no, this isn't. Okay, we got him drunk. We didn't poison his wine. And then he followed us to the basement where I walled him up and sealed the entrance to the room forever. I don't know why he was drinking with me when he knows I killed his father and we're both rivals, so that's a bad decision on his part. Unfortunately, someone somewhere slipped up and let my involvement in the crime be known. At least I can console myself with the fact that this guy's worse off than me. He was drunk and in need of lodging. That's one way to put it. So that's one way to spend my piety. Now we need to murder someone else. Oh no, she became the Duchess. Am I gonna murder the entire Sumpa house? The house named after our culture, the Sumpa culture. I think I am. So this guy is her heir. So I'm gonna kill him next. Yeah, if I declare war on them, that's declaring war on the whole of Wu, and I don't want to do that. But I don't think I want to kill the heir because he's not my rival. Let's kill my rivals first. It's her, and then it's her. Yeah, if I declare a war on her, it's war on all of Wu. Wait, do I have more soldiers than Wu? Is that what that told me? I think it is. I gained more levies because I have more land. Why is this guy pinned? Oh, because you're the next guy I want to fabricate a hook on. Unfortunately, my murder secret got revealed, so now that brought me down this whole different rabbit hole. Murder. I think we don't need 2 scheme. No, we'll do 2 scheme phases. Let's be balanced. Prabhavati and Shatis. Now Dorji. And then Prabhavati. That's 21 days per phase. And then the 2 assassins. My player heir, first and foremost. And then I need 17. Oh, perfect. He made the cutoff. So now we're at 95 max. And this is the last of my rivals. Do I not lose stress by killing my rivals? I thought I did. What is my dread at? 98. I do lose 25 per month though because I'm sick and in bed. That truce lasts 3 years. In 3 years' time, I'll be able to invade and subjugate Kagar. I thought I could negotiate an alliance, but it doesn't look like I can. I just realized that I have no allies. My allies are very weak. How about Tamara? Nope. Aksay. I can marry her for the alliance. They will not accept. Whew. I'm just gonna have to hold on for now. Hopefully when I die and my children take over this, instead of fighting each other, I can set this up well enough that they'll inherit separate lands. One will inherit Nima, the other will inherit Sang, and then only the ones who inherited the 3 counties of Konyi will have to fight each other to consolidate Konyi, and then after that I can focus on going north instead of south. Nima can focus going west, Sang can focus going south. And I'll go north. That's the plan anyways. It probably will not happen because Crusader Kings 3 has a way of seeing your plans and kicking them to the dirt. Let's murder this Mahila. Defenseless. Children are so gullible. I just had to disguise one of my accomplices as a servant, have him bring a piece of delicious looking, absolutely poisoned cake to Jinmo, and the little fool just gulped it down in one huge bite. No questions asked. Perhaps we should start teaching kids not to accept candy from strangers. And my involvement remains unknown. I had to do this. I really did have to do it, even though she's only a child. The feud continues. With this one. Yeah, our two houses are in a feud. Single-handedly brought on by me in the last 3 months, because I'm killing all of them. Let's kill this Duchess while I'm at it. We're still at 92%. Still, seize the moment. Champions and peasants. An agitated mob of angry peasants was waiting for Robten on her way through town. The mere sight of the lady riding carelessly by was enough for them to explode into murderous violence. The few guards who accompanied their liege were powerless against the blind fury of a crowd craving blood. Robten was trampled, beaten, and stabbed beyond recognition, beyond any chance of survival. I covered my tracks well, and no one knows I did it. Never underestimate the power of the mob. I'm gaining a bunch of prestige for outliving my rivals, and I'm also losing a bunch of stress. And I finally became the head of the Sumpa culture, which is what I wanted all along. That means this duchy let me unpause so that all of this can register. Sumpa rivalry. I am told Mahila Jinmo, the contemptible newt, has vowed the Kirong to be eternal enemies of her family. Ha! To think my killing of this guy has actually raised some Sumpa hackles. Mahila Jinmo is the one I just killed. And then this lady took it over as soon as I killed her. Oh, the feeling is mutual. And she becomes my rival. But I'm a coward, so I would gain stress. However, my house gains house feud. +1 to intrigue. Enemy schemes are 5 days slower. How childish. But I get stressed because, yeah, I don't want to gain a house feud. So how childish. I have a guy pinned here. I remembered. So let's fabricate a hook on you. And now if I go to myself, I don't have any more rivals, right? Nope. And my culture, I am the head, and it'll take me 10 years to unlock plenary assemblies. So all is right in the world. One thing about it, you cannot abbreviate assassinate. Yeah. It's a joke, and I get it. I got that one. That one did not go over my head. Okay, so for this guy, his wife is willing to be my infiltrator. His spy master is willing to be my footpad. So that reduced it to 3 months, and then his wife as the infiltrator, 46 days. What if I remove him? 3 months. If I add his caravan master instead, 39 days. Yeah, so I think this is one of those where I cannot use his spy master. Yeah, it just increases the amount of days. Unnecessarily, because I don't need him to get involved. It's 50 and 38. His wife is 50 as a footpad as well, so for 38, his caravan would be a 41 infiltrator. So I will switch those two positions. The caravan master will be the infiltrator, and the wife will be the footpad. Which is saying something, because the footpad is someone who purse, a throat, a groin. There's a lot of things you can take a knife to in a back alley if you pick your moment right. So I don't know if that means you chose the right wife or the wrong wife, but the fact that she's willing to be involved in a scheme against you, I think that means you chose the wrong one up. Ananta can be the thief. And now I only need 15 from the outcast. One of his courtiers will join. And there you go. The only one from my court I had to use was Ananta. And now who else? I get more money from Maharajas. So let's go around and get all the Maharajas hooks. This guy's a little more well liked by his vassals. His chancellor is a 27. Infiltrator. So he will be the infiltrator. Dorji will be the footpad. He's used to it. And it still says 3 months per phase. That can't be right. Let's take the steward out of it. 4 months. Okay, yeah. Looks like that's right. The chancellor. He was the chancellor, not the steward. So I only managed to take 1 month away. Days per phase, 71. So that's not really 3 months. That's 2 months and 10 days. That's less than 2.5 months. Meanwhile, the thief and the outcast. Looks like outcast will be Shatis again. Yep. And that means I only need 15 from the thief. Oh, a vassal of U is willing to get involved, so he can do it. And now we can start moving time again. A month for the first scheme, 3 for the second. I have 2 messages. My hook is expiring, but I cannot do anything about that. She has no money. I like that at least Cornier is more noticeable now ever since I switched the color from blue to red. Because before it was sort of drowning in with the rest of U and Sang and Kagar down here, which used to be Nima. This red is more distinctive now. So let's execute this scheme. Seize the moment. We threatened him again. That's more dread for me. And because he's a Maharaja, he's willing to pay me 75. I don't know why I was threatening the lower ranked nobles before. I should have been threatening Maharajas. Or fabricating hooks on Maharajas this whole time. So now who's next? He only has 36 gold. He only has 14, but he's a duke. I need Maharajas. Tomara has 286. So let's fabricate a hook on him. What's my dread looking like? It's up to 100 again. I could go on a hike again, but I'm sick and in bed. Infirmed. It doesn't really make much sense. I was waiting for something else other than these schemes, right? Yeah, I'm trying to convert people to my culture. Yeah, I have all this land now that needs to be converted. I also have to wait until the year 919 before I can subjugate down here. And then the faith also needs to be converted in these 3 counties. Yeah. So this is a part of the aftermath of war, making sure that before I move on to keep expanding my borders, I want to make sure that the internal situation is stabilized. And this is part of what that entails, is converting the culture and the faith of the new land to my own before I move on. Another part of that is also increasing control in my new lands down here. My capital currently is at 100 control, that's why it's gray. This bright yellow means it's close to 100, so Garko's at 92. Kozahoma's at 70. Aso is new, but its control is at 80 because it has its own noble in charge. Meanwhile, Nima and Shenza I gave to my son and made him the noble in charge. So let's actually look at these 2 counties. Yeah, see, if I control click on my petty kingdom, it separates it by the counties within. I have Konyi, which is what I hold, Shenza, which is what my son holds, and Aso, which is what this random little girl holds that I have a hook on, this little girl here. And so if I click on Shenza, oh, he has 18 gold, that's nice. I do need to find him another intelligent spouse. She's 8. He is 30. The daughter of a count, who is the steward of a duke. All the way down in Pagan down here. Okay. So that's not going to help much. But he is robust. His wife was nothing. And the little girl turned out intelligent. That means she has robust in her bloodline. And because she's intelligent and he's intelligent, they're guaranteed, their children are guaranteed to be intelligent. It might intensify into genius, and because robust is in her bloodline, they might even be robust plus intelligent. So they might even get 2. So we will set up that betrothal. Just now let's look at Shenza. The reason I wanted to look was because I wanted to see whether he feudalized. No, it's still a tribe holding. I was hoping he would feudalize it, but maybe he doesn't have the money for it. They're still tribe holdings. Because he's my vassal, can I give him a directive? Oh, it's down here under vassal. Give him a directive and tell him to construct economic, construct. No, I cannot tell him to vassalize. But I can tell him to promote culture. And have him convert these people. Meanwhile, that can mean I can have my steward here focus on collecting taxes. Right now I'm making 1.5 per month. If he collects taxes instead, it's 1.7. It's not really worth it, so instead I'll have him convert Aso. 7 years. And then in Aso, I can have her focus on... Can I demand she convert? Ah, yeah, that's what that hook was for. Well, that hook was to force her to marry, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, so... Let's use the hook. Demand conversion. And then give her the vassal directive. I cannot do that because she's also considering something else. Okay, so a couple things are happening. Yep, she's decided to join me in the light. Look at that halo around her. I formed an alliance with this guy because the marriage went through. Or the betrothal went through because the little girl's only 8 years old. So they cannot get married yet. And now I cannot give her a directive because she needs at least 50 opinion of me. Or she needs to be either trusting or loyal. And I cannot sway a child. Her mother is her regent. Okay. I'll leave her alone for now. He's focusing on converting culture. Meanwhile, my guy here is focusing on converting religion. And so I think on that end, the administration is all set of the land. So now we can focus back on our schemes. This guy needs some agents. His spy master would be 44 here, but then her chancellor would be 30. So the spy master can be the footpad. That's down to 4 months. The infiltrator will be her chancellor, the chancellor of this guy. That's down to 3 months. How about if I remove the spy master? 4 months. Okay. So there's not that little bug that keeps happening. I don't actually know if it's a bug. I'm sure there's some in-game reason for why it happens, but it's not happening here. My pair heir and spy master will be the thief. And now I need 19 from the outcast. Oh, one of his courtiers has a 25. She can be the outcast. And then that means I can remove my son here. And I only need 25 from the thief. Now it looks like it's still going to have to be my son. Okay, 27 days and so 1 month and 3 months before we can execute these schemes. Schemer discovered. It is Guillermo Tora that is plotting to kill my caravan master, but that's fine. Guillermo Torma is the leader of Tsang and also my daughter-in-law, which I just noticed is 5 months pregnant. So that child, whoever they may be, will be her new primary heir. And that child will be a member of my house. And will then become the new primary heir, like I said. And then what happens to her doesn't matter anymore, because whether that child is a boy or a girl, the Tsangpa culture or the Karwe Bonpo religion, one of them, allows for female leaders. That's why she is the ruler of Tsang right now. And that's why the primary heir is her sister, another princess. And not skipping the princesses and going to the first son, which is this 5-year-old. So that's good. The Friendless Fiend. Yep, doesn't affect me not whatsoever. And now I can execute this scheme. A hook on a Maharaja. Let's seize the moment. He has something to hide, it would seem. Lucky for me. I don't have to be quite as creative with how I get him in my grip. All I have to do is let him know what I know. So he already had something to hide. Look at that. And I gained a hook on him because I know that he's a deviant. This character has a predilection for socially unacceptable acts. Oh, so it's not even a sexual deviant, it's just a deviant. That's good to know because I myself am quite the deviant. But I think this deviant and that deviant are different because this deviant has like a black heart under a curtain or something, I don't know. And then that other deviant has like he's in the closet. Maybe, I'm not sure. Either way, I'm demanding payment for knowing that secret. Oh, he only has 20. That can't be right. The whole reason I blackmailed him in the first place is because he had money. What did he spend it on? I mean, he's a Maharaja, so he's making 3.4 per month. So that should go up to 50 fairly quickly. Who's next to blackmail? Chola. They have a Maharaja. Let's fabricate a hook on him. Okay. While I look for agents. Oh, his wife is involved here. That's bad news for him. But yeah, while I'm looking for agents, I'll take another drink of water, keep myself hydrated. Okay, so Shatis will probably be the outcast. I could convince one of his other wives, but no. Shatis will be the outcast. And then the thief only needs 15, so you guys know the drill. For someone who's not in my court. This one is one of my guests. So even if I use her, it shouldn't be a problem. But this one is a vassal of U. So let's use him. And now we wait 38 days for this one, 51 for this. So 1 month and 2. Ill, my old self. As I woke this morning and observed the first rays of sunshine, it took me a moment to realize I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. Did I lose any dread while that was happening? Yeah, so I'm no longer sick. I'm at 98 dread now. I will not pay for a hook. Every time I don't pay for a hook, the person I would have paid for a hook on gains 30 opinion of me. Because I let them know. I could have made something up about you, but I'm not going to, so you should definitely like me more for that. And they do somehow believe that logic and reasoning. Okay, let's seize the moment on this guy. Another one, we found him naked, we sent in the jugglers, and we made sure there are servants around to spread the rumors. That one cost me 150 prestige, but my dread did not go up, so that's good. Let's demand payment. 110 gold he's willing to pay. Yep, so definitely want to fabricate hooks on kings. This is something new I learned today. Well, I don't know why I was fabricating all these little hooks on counts and barons of little towns and mayors and all this stuff. I should have been focusing on the kings. Does this guy qualify as a king? I don't think he does. I would like to know why. Equal Confederate Partition Law. If it's Confederate Partition, why does the whole Gyalpo stay together? Is it because it's a kingdom? So I need a kingdom title. Because for me, the whole thing splits apart. I have Nima and Koni, so I have these two duchies. Although I don't own everything of Koni, I do have the Duke of Koni title. So that would be within the Kingdom of U. Should I be U? Is the question. I don't think I should. Well, I'm not really attached to Koni. I mean, I just took it because it was there for the taking. And if I join U, then I can attack all the... You know what? My character has been a schemer. My son is also a high intrigue character, but for him, rather than scheming against other people, because my guy here was a conniving puppet master, 5-star. So for my son, when I start playing as him, rather than scheming with hooks, I will scheme for land. And so part of that will be fighting with my brothers to reclaim all the land my father used to have. And then another part of that will be joining U and then expanding within the borders of U. Because once I join U, I can then attack all the little counties within U and the duchies within U, and it will count. The king of U will not get involved, the Gyalpo, because it will count as just inter-vassal wars. So he will not be able to get involved. So that's what my son will do once I play as him. For now, at least that's my tentative plan for now. So this guy's life, though, is all about making that money by fabricating hooks on as many people as possible. Let's find the next Maharaja we can. Punjab? Ooh, hiccup. He has 343 gold. And it's going to be very easy. Prabhavati. And my religious leader. So that'll get me down to 3 months per phase. Yep. And I only need 1 phase because of my high intrigue stat. I start out with 4 advantages instead of 0. And then for Thief Ananta, and because I've used 3 of my courtiers already, the outcast who only needs 15 will definitely be someone not of my court. There should be someone who qualifies, who's willing to join. There should be. There always is. Yep, they're here. There she is. Nepal's Spy Master. So who's this guy? He's the Maharaja of Punjab. And the Spy Master from Nepal, which is in here. I think it's one of the duchies within this kingdom. I don't know. Is it in Guge? Nope. Is it in Bihari? Pala? Yep, it's in Pala. Right here in Nepal. Is part of Pala. And they're willing to get involved with the Maharaja of Punjab here on the Indus River Valley. Which is where India gets its name from. It's this river right here called the Indus River. Because, quick history lesson, when Alexander the Great came from Greece and conquered all the Middle East, which is why he gained the title Alexander the Great, he reached as far as the Indus River here. And I don't know if this story is apocryphal or not, which means I don't know if it's official or not, but it said that when he got to the river, his soldiers, who, you know, went from Greece all the way here on land, because again, this was ancient times, there were no cars or airplanes or trains. So when they got to the river, they told them, they convinced Alexander to turn back and try and go back to Greece. His job was done because the river is so wide. They said that this is the end of the world. You've reached the end of the world, Alexander. Like, you've done enough. Let's go back to Greece now. Of course, like I said, that's the unofficial apocryphal story. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But then again, most of history, without being there, is mostly just guessing based on ancient sources. But yeah, that's quick history tangent. Now let's get back to our previously scheduled gameplay here. 13 days until I can execute this scheme, so that should be quick. There it is. 2 months until I can execute this one, but let's seize the moment with this guy. And it failed. So now I'm back to 0 hooks, or 0 advantages. 51 days per phase. So let's, who's this guy? Kinslayer Murderer. Chola, he's the Cholo Kingdom. So if I abandon this scheme, can I think there's a cooldown. 2 years, so I cannot get a hook on him for 2 more years. How about his wife? He has no money. How about his primary heir? He's got no money. Okay then, I'll abandon the Chola Kingdom for now. How about their neighbors, Rashtrakuta? He's also a Maharaja. He's got 88 gold. That might not quite be enough. I might be able to get more than that, but let's... Is he making? He is. He's making gold per month, so let's get a hook on him. Let's see here. His personal physician and wife? Yes, secondary wife. Technically his third wife. She's willing to get involved in this scheme as the infiltrator, which makes sense because the infiltrator is a latch left unlocked, a guard 2 hung over to patrol, a hand-drawn map dropped outside the walls, courtesy of a friend within. And then the footpad can be Dorji. Oh no, wait. His seneschal. 2 days less than Shati's, who's number 1. So those 2 days are nothing. Let's have his seneschal be involved here. It will take 2 months, exactly 60 days per phase. And then the thief, the outcast. Yep, so Shatis will be the outcast. And then the thief needs at least 15, so you guys know the drill, but we don't even have to search that far because his own marshal is willing to be the thief. Which means we can drop Shatis here from the outcast, and we need 24 from the outcast. So let's see if we can find someone else, because we didn't really look. We just put Shatis there. Yeah, look, his own steward. So I didn't even need a single one of these positions to be filled by my courtiers. So this guy is definitely not liked by his court. I got his steward, I got his marshal, I got his personal doctor and his wife, and I got his seneschal, all to get involved in this scheme against him. This is why you need to be liked by your court. I have 96 dread, which is not good because I'm considered a tyrant and people don't like that, but she's a guest, so she doesn't matter. If you look at the rest of my courtiers, they're all in the positives. Malugi's the newer one, as is Tamzing. They're newer. Even then, plus 37 and plus 42. Mahipata's actually old. In fact, he's my son-in-law. Why is he only a 47? Huh. It's because he doesn't have enough positive modifiers. I married them because he's intelligent and she's intelligent. So the little girl had turned out as a genius. Look at her. She's 0 years old and she's already in the thinker position. Genius. Pure, unadulterated genius. Yo. The spy master from Nepal passed away. Was gored on a boar's tusks at 44 years old. That does not sound like a good way to go. We need a new outcast. They need at least 15. How unfortunate he only has 14. This is the Maharaja of Punjab, yes? So I'll use one of his own vassals, even if it's only 14. Oh no, wait, I only needed 12. Yeah, so he's good. So I'm using one of his own vassals, and then Ananta and Prabhavati are my courtiers. And then Thubten is my holy leader, yeah. So that's good. At least I'm using one of his and not one of mine. 43 days for this one, 46 for this one. So a month for both schemes to be executable. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's his marshal, who is no longer an agent in my scheme. So I need a thief. I need 19. Yeah, he's no longer willing to join. He didn't die. He just doesn't want to be involved anymore. Even though I have the steward, the seneschal. Oh, he's no longer the seneschal. Now he's just a vassal. But his wife is definitely still the doctor. But let's see if I can find someone else from his court. I need 19, and yep, I can. One of his courtiers. Oh, they need to be convinced. Never mind. I need 17. A vassal of Oo. Yep, we're gonna have to use the vassal of Oo. Wait, that's 18, and yet it only got up to 94%. I guess oh yeah, I needed 19. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. A week and I can execute both of these schemes. So first came this one, the Maharaja of Punjab, I believe. Seize the moment. We threatened him. He has 364 gold. How much is he gonna give me? 95. I love that. This Maharaja is slowly building up to 50. This Maharaja will be schemed against in 2 days. And now we need another Maharaja, Rata. He has 135, so let's fabricate a... Ooh, that one will be hard. 4 months per phase. Let's ignore him for now. Not Rata. Let's go to Malwa. He's a Maharaja, but he only has 13 gold. Rajputana. He's only 8 years old. I don't think I can scheme against children. Nope. I mean, I can, but I cannot fabricate a hook. I could abduct or murder. I could abduct him and then ransom him back, but that would be very hard. Do these little places count as Maharajas? I didn't think so. How about this place? Samaraj. Nope. Druid is a Raja. Kanyakubjid. He only has 28. Chalukya is not one. What's this guy's religion? Why is he nude? I think I ran out of Maharajas. I think I already did this guy, right? He only has 40 gold anyways. Yeah, I already did him. Oh, wait. This is the guy who's building up gold for me to blackmail. I think I took every Maharaja. Chowda? This little girl is lucky that she did not inherit his hunchbacked like his son did. Her brother. She ended up getting pretty from her mother. Lucky little girl. Okay, so there are no more kingdom titles. How about the Gyalpo? Does that count as a kingdom title? Maharaja is a kingdom. Is Gyalpo? It is a kingdom title. So if I blackmail him, will I get more than 50 gold? Let's find out. His personal doctor here is willing to get involved, as is his son. His son can be the footpad, which is the guy that likes to stab people in back alleys. He was only a +2 that he will join though, so he might leave the scheme at some point during the scheme. Then his personal doctor is a +1. So hopefully, it's only 37 days. Hopefully these go by quick before these guys change their mind. Ananta does not want to be the thief. That's unusual. Because he's intimidated by this guy who has 15 dread. He's intimidated by 15 dread. Meanwhile, I'm at 100, which is maxed out. So I should be able to intimidate him to go against this guy. But nope. Thief will be Sumnang and Shati, so I guess Shati's will be the outcast. Yep. And then I need 15 from the thief. His daughter is willing to get involved, and that's a +21, so she's in it for the long haul. She'll be the thief. Okay, so other than Shatis, I got his daughter, his son, and his personal doctor to be involved. 2 days went by, now I can execute this scheme. Seize the moment. Sent in the jugglers again. He has 391, but he's only willing to give me 50. The cheapskate. I'll take the 50 though. Now I'm back up to 575 gold. Is there anything I should be doing with that gold? Let's see here. Amdo is built up with 3 holdings. Garko has a castle. Kozahoma has a castle and a town. So what is... Nothing. I'll keep the gold. I've become a hoarder in my old age. This truce expires in 2 years. 2.5 years. It's one of the last things I want to do. To stabilize the succession of my realm. Is to take over Kagar and then give it to Sang. My son. I just realized she had a little boy. Why is the little boy not the primary heir? Why is her sister the primary heir? He is delicate. It's unfortunate that delicate became something that runs in our family. He inherited it from his dad, who inherited it from his mom. I was an adventurer in a camp when I met her and married her. And at the time I was in my 30s and I hadn't had a single child yet, so I was desperate, which is why I married her. But I should have known that I should not have introduced frailty into my bloodline. But that's what desperation did. Let's find someone else. She's a high chiefess. This is a duchy. Rutog is a high chieftain. I need a Gyalpo. How about we go back to the Gyalpo of U? Nah, I did one recently. Are there any other Gyalpos around here? Mahila is a duchy title. Prabhu is a duchy title. Prabhu for men, and I think Mahila for women. Yep, there's another Mahila. And there's a Prabhu, but I don't want either one of those. I want a Gyalpo. Prabhu. High Chieftain, which is the same as a Prabhu. Duke, which is the same as a Prabhu. This one's a queen. This is a kingdom title. I already blackmailed her. I remember her. A Khanate is a kingdom title. But I already blackmailed her. Duke. Setio here, broken half. Broken thirds. 2/3 held by one person, and then the middle third held by another person. I mean, we ran out of people to blackmail in our local area. So let's go to the dukes down here in the Ari or homeland. I want to call it the Ari homeland because my faith did not exist anywhere outside of these two duchies before I started converting people here in my new land. But before that, Ari did not exist anywhere else outside of here. Pagan and Thaton and Gandhid. So these three duchies hold the Ari faith. Oh no, wait, Gandhid does, but Thoton does not. Thaton does not. Nope. They hold one of our holy sites, but they do not hold our religion. They are Theravada, which is a different Buddhist faith. So maybe I should help Pagan or Gandid to push Thatshone out. Maybe I should marry the primary heir's older sister, who's already married. How unfortunate. This is the Bengal Empire. Yeah, I'll stay focusing up here in Tibet. Let's look within U to the current Duke of Amdo. She's only 10, so I cannot scheme against her. How about the Duke of Kamdo? She only has 40 gold. The Duke of Nagormo has 119, but I think I've already schemed against them. Oop, not murder. Yeah, I've already schemed. Oh no, he's a child, so I cannot scheme against them. How about Lhasa? Only has 8 gold. He only has 31. 41. 140. The Sleeping Prabhu spends all day and night in bed, inviting speculation from his subjects. Perhaps it's a curse. No, I think he just likes he likes going to brothels, which made him depressed. And in his depression, he somehow got an injury or a mental disability, making him unable to take care of himself or take decisions independently. Yep, so he's incapable, so that's why he can't leave bed. He's also stressed out. I'm surprised that he doesn't have the lover's spots, being lustful and rakish, going to all the brothels all the time. Usually that gives you the lover's pox. I'm surprised he doesn't have it. Regardless, I can't even fabricate a hook on him because he's incapable. Golly. Can I get a break here? 119 gold. Let's fabricate a hook on you. Even though your only account. Hopefully I can get 50 instead of just 10 or 15. So let's see here. I need an infiltrator, his religious leader and personal doctor. Let's make her the footpad. That brings 48 days away. And now the infiltrator can be his chiefess. That means his wife, right? Yeah, his wife. Down to 22 days. Now, can I flip them? Let's see if I can flip them. Is his wife capable of being a footpad? Yeah, she's a 21. And then that will make this a 33. Yeah, they're capable, but they're worse. So let's have them back to how I had them originally. The wife can be the infiltrator, which makes sense, realistically. And then the footpad will be his personal doctor, which I guess makes sense religiously. She knows her way around a knife. That's 22 days per phase. My player heir will be the thief. He's the only member of my court I've used. And now I need 19 from the outcast. It's probably gonna have to be from my court. Yep, let's use Shakar here. I don't think I've ever used him before. He is a dishonorable villain, so we will use him. I ended up using 2 members of my court for the success chance agents. But yeah, that scheme will be executable in 22 days rather than the month I need for the top one on the Gyapo. Execute this scheme, seize the moment. I sent in the jugglers again. Another 150 prestige gone. He has 119 gold. So let's take 50. How is our military looking? Yeah, everything seems fine. Oh, this guy has strengthened sentries. Doesn't affect my scheme, but it affects other schemes. That's why it's at 72%. In 13 days, let's see if that stays that way. Meanwhile, let's look within Google. This Prabhu has 137 gold and he borders me. So let's fabricate a hook on him. A vassal of Google. Then Dorji can be the footpad. He's good at it by now. This vassal of him can be the infiltrator. 47 days per phase. 31. Okay, so my son is the thief again. And now the outcast needs 19 again. Probably a member of my court. Yep. Oh, no, wait. I can use his steward, who's only an 18. That's fine. It'll get me to 94, which isn't... Wait. Yeah, it's not much of a difference between 94 and 95. I got confused for a second because it said the max was 94, but I think that's just because I got it up to 94. "13 days. Let's see if I can get this up to 95%. No, I did not. I'm also not going to pay for a hook. Koboza likes that I'm not paying for a hook on her or him. I'm also not going to seize the moment here on this one. Let's see if I cannot get this up to 95%. If I can't, I'm going to need more advantages. But if I'm going to need more advantages, I might as well try and execute it now. And if it fails, we can let the scheme keep going anyways. No, because that might go up randomly one day. So let's just keep going. Yeah, see, there it is. It went up randomly just after one more day. Now it's at 93.1%, which is more than enough. We'll execute the scheme, seize the moment. We threatened him, which was more than effective. With 285 gold, he's only willing to give us 50. I miss the Maharajas who were giving me 100, 75, 95, 115. I'll take the 50 though. I won't complain. I'll just say I miss the other guys. What's my console look like? 11 days left until we have control in Garco. Who? Hapurang? Oh, she's a princess and she has 55 gold, so let's blackmail her. Very easy. Infiltrator. Ooh, her own regent and religious leader and personal doctor. That's a bad person to not have on your side. And her spy master as well. That's a very bad person to not have on your side. So her spy master will be my footpad. Her religious leader and personal doctor will be my infiltrator. And now it's 48 days per phase. Then the thief will be Ananta, treacherous villain. And now I only need 15 from the outcast. So let's see if I can get away with having all 3 of the 4 agents not be of my court. Oh, her marshal is willing to be the outcast. And that's at 95%. So a month for this one, a month and a half for this one. And let's not forget, 11 days for this one. Okay, so he finished Control and Garco. And so now I'm making not as much gold for Garco, but more than I was before. Let's look at the county. +3 popular opinion of me. Oh no, wait, this development. 0 popular opinion of me. But they're at 100 control. Ooh, my low stewardship does not allow that to go up. Everything looks good. Oh yeah, the Petty Kingdom of Coney is, yeah, technically part of U. So joining U, that plan I have for my son when I take over as him, sounds like it's a really good plan so far. Especially since Amdo is also within U. The Duchy of Amdo currently exists within U, but it's its own kingdom, the Kingdom of Amdo. And then those are the 2 kingdoms I'm going to need to form the Empire of Tibet. I'm going to need the Kingdom of Amdo and the Kingdom of U. Oof. So let's focus on increasing control now in Kozohoma, because I'm going to lose these 3 when I die. So let's focus on giving my son a good petty kingdom to take over. I want to convert religion and culture down here in these 3 counties, but I'm not going to focus on anything else because those 3 counties will be lost by me. Culture and religion will continue, and that's why I want to convert those, but nothing else will continue, at least not to benefit me. So we'll focus on control there. That'll take 2 years. Um, 17 years. I don't think I'm going to live long enough to convert faith there. I think I'm going to have to at least try and convert, increase control there. A little. Right now it's at 3. Let's at least try and get local traditions disrespected out of the way. If we can get that out of the way, popular opinion should go up by 20, and that will be slightly better. $8 years. I should live long enough for that. And while that is happening, this 17 years should go down. It'll get quicker as my control goes up here. Didn't realize the development was so high. If only it wasn't tribal. 6 and 7. Yeah, I shouldn't have given those away. The development up here is only 4, 3, 4. Is that because these are the hills? Let's look at the terrain map. No, those are hills as well. But it's got really good development. Probably because I haven't been focusing on development much. Oh, he's almost got his gold up. Can I declare war on Ooh? He's got 0 allies. Okay. Is this my chance? Should I take this chance? What is Sang looking like? 294 from there, 181 from Sang. They've got 0 allies. Defending the county of Sai. Oh, that's down here. Let's wait. Can I see their soldiers anywhere? I don't think I can because of the fog of war. Let's wait for this war to get a little more intense. For U to lose some more of their soldiers. And then we will attack Nagormo here. Nagormo has 1,600 soldiers. Yeah. So we need to focus just on them. We have 1,800. We should be able to take them out. They have 700 men-at-arms. We have 600. We have 8 champions. They have 2. Yeah, we should be able to take them on if it's one-on-one. If U gets involved, we'll lose. However, they're allied to Zadoy. Ooh, if Zadoy gets involved, we'll lose as well. I don't think we'd be able to take him. How about Ando? I think we can take Ando. Even if U gets involved, I think we can take Ando. Hold on a second. If I attack U for the duchy, not of Konya, of Amdo, Naku and Shigaze. They're currently at war over Shigaze. But if I attack for Amdo, he has 785. The Duchess of Amdo has 500, and neither one of them has any allies. So I think I can take it. The problem is it's a holy war, so rulers of that religion will get involved. And so it's like having allies without having allies. That's why holy wars are annoying. But you know what I could do? My consular could fabricate a claim. But it'll take him 17 years to convert. How about if he fabricates a claim on... Nah, let's cancel that. That seemed like a good plan, but the problem is the Holy War. Let's leave it at that for now. How are the schemes looking? 18 days and 36 days. I'm too hot. I think I'm going to end today's stream right there. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm sweating buckets here, so I'm going to take off. But if you'd like to catch any of this stream, I will upload it to my YouTube channel at A2Gamer, same tag as my Twitch. All my previous streams and this playthrough and my previous playthrough are all on my YouTube channel at A2Gamer. I also post whenever I'm going live on Twitter and on Instagram. My Instagram, same as my Twitch and my YouTube at A2Gamer. My Twitter is at A2GMR, so check me out over there if you would like. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it is in your part of the world. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all next week. My next stream should be Monday, so I'll see you all then. And if it's not, if there's a next stream in between then, it'll be posted when I go live, like I said, on my Twitter or my Instagram. Okay, bye-bye.